And then if you also want the ability to individually scale up the infrastructure for an individual client, if that's something that you think you will need, then dedicated resources are the better way to go there as well. What I'm referring to is maybe you have one client and they'll have, spikes periodically throughout the year. And in those cases, you know that you might need to scale up the infrastructure to handle those spikes. If that application is running on dedicated resources, then it's much easier to just scale up that one infrastructure during that time period and then scale it back down. Um, on the other side, if one of your major business priorities is cost, meaning you want to keep your costs down in terms of the runtime characteristics of your application, then shared resources are often a good solution to consider because you can maximize the usage of those resources more completely than you would be able to if you were using a dedicated model. If you want to be able to provision environments very quickly, like spin up sort of a new space, so to speak, for a new client in real time, or remove a client in real time, then shared resources are a good alternative to use for that as well. Administration, so this would be, administrating the infrastructure, administrating the application. If you are using a shared model, then you can often apply, configuration changes in one place and it affects the entire application for all clients, right? That's a shared model. Whereas in the dedicated model, you have many different instances of an application installed on different infrastructure, and to roll out a configuration change is much more complicated because you actually have to affect, multiple instances. If you need to upgrade your application, right? In the shared model, you upgrade that application typically in one place, and then all of the clients get the benefit of that upgrade. Whereas in the dedicated model, you're going to have to upgrade every single instance, which could be quite time consuming. And so these are, again, the trade-offs that you have to make in terms of business priorities. And then from a scalability perspective, usually the idea is if you're going to more focus on scaling out rather than scaling up for an individual client, the shared model works well for that as well.